6, we be in the mix with that rare candy paint job on the whip. I need food for the kids, money for the rent. Fuck a lockdown, baby, I can't do that shit. And I don't never vote, cause I'm fucking broke. And either way, I know the police ain't gon' leave me alone. On a plane, about to visit Glen Rock. Need crypto, told me I should bring the Glock with me. So I packed up my piece and I'm sliding. Cause we might get caught up in a riot. Middle finger Trump, middle finger Biden. Fuck a left, fuck a right, is you riding? Know you love to see it, dudes rocking. Ain't no politics, baby, we just talking. From the birds to the bricks, we be in the mix with that rare candy paint job on the whip. Who you with?
I've been sitting on some pertinent news and development that happened. I went to a University of Nevada basketball game last week.
Yeah, that pic was insane of the stadium inside. That's cool.
Yeah.
The arena.
Well, it's like got the old like Jackie Moon like wood paneling on the back, semi-pro thing. Like you and
the ceiling, the roof. Yeah, the fucking
beautiful, beautiful. No metal detectors when you go in. Yeah, I know. Let's
get active, dude. Let's get active. Yeah, let's fucking.
I was like, first off, you can gamble here legally. So if a guy's just like, you're not going to cover, and then like fucking freaks out, he's like, I have all this metal in my pocket.
I have like a 5.5 point total over from like the fifth six man or something. Yeah,
I went, and they do all of these promotions. Like if the Wolfpack score more than 56 points. Two free Del Taco.
I was gonna say it's a taco thing, right?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing you have to do, because there was a lot of fine print on the jumbotron on the bottom, and I'm like, how could there be this much fine print for two free fucking?
Do I get the tacos or not?
Yeah, and I'm looking. You got to get them on the Del Taco app, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, that's one of those things where like if you had a unexpected suicide, and your significant others were just looking at your phone, they're like, look, I have no idea why he did it, but the last thing on his phone was downloading the Del Taco app. It's maybe that was the tell. Like who has the Del Taco app? I mean, maybe that's why they're like, nobody has it. But like, I used to know people that would have the McDonald's app, that would have the Papa John's app. Which, does it just say the N-word when you open it? No idea. I don't know. You open it up and it's like, welcome, boop.
Everything, Papa John, it's all lowercase except for the N at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, it actually doesn't, because he's not with them anymore, right?
No, it's Shaq. They literally hire. If you're John at home, you're like, that's who they hire. Like,
well, it's funny. No, and exactly. I've been seeing him like pop. I'm not a big YouTube short scroller, but maybe once every 3 days I'll pop off like 10. And he's been showing up, and like he's airing his grievances about. He's giving his opinion on the new Papa John's, and that he's airing his grievances. Sorry, we're doing a little side alley here into the. But I realize he's on like Patrick Bet-David's podcast and shit.
Really?
And it's like, yeah. And I realized like the only reason he's on this podcast is because of his infamy. I'm not even hating him too. It's just like, it's literally, it is what it is, but
I mean, I'd have him on here. I would have him on here.
I'd grill him about the recipe. Be like, come on, bro, give him some.
I'd be like, be real. Have you ever had a slice of shakaroni, dude? Have you had the shakaroni? Like, it might be better. Like,
no, I was gonna, it might be better, but the but the apps, because you'll tell people, and I'm not a big fast food guy, but you'll talk to people and be like, man, fast food is like legit not cheap anymore. It's
not cheap.
It's like the same price as regular shit. But then someone will inevitably say, they'd be like, no, it's cheap. You just have to go through the app, which I kind of get, because I have actually, now since I switched phones, it's on my old phone. I have the old post.
We're gonna hear all about this on the paywall. I want this paywall,
dude.
What you're gonna.
I do not get. People are gonna hear about Verizon. I don't care if it's the least. Like they care the least about. This is like revelatory for me. This is such a. I feel like a old lady clipping coupon.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
But anyway, like I have the old Postmates app, and like I'm not a DoorDasher, food delivery guy at all. Hate it. I hate that. I'm never, even if I was worth $1 billion, I wouldn't be doing that shit. But they do have crazy deals on the pickup. So you can sometimes some restaurants would be like literally buy one get one free. So you can get like 2 meals for the price of one, which is the only way that makes it viable. So I kind of get it. But Yeah, the app.
The
dude.
Del
Del
Taco.
Taco.
But like the thing is, like what they want you to do, right? They want you to do is like, first off, Nevada scored 89 points. So it's like, dude, they're giving away
the over.
Yeah,
the over,
56.
dude.
Yeah, 56. I mean, it was like 56. Like, can I get 4?
Yeah,
You know, like, you know,
or
if you're the
3.
CEO
At
of
least
Del
3.
Taco, you're like, God, Nevada can't miss tonight.
Yeah,
fuck. You know, and like, and you're just your
Del Taco CEO is the one with. That's why the metal detectors come back.
Yeah, your name is Del Taco. Yeah. What's up, man? I'm Del.
It's the Prize Picks, like the Prize Picks jersey. It just says Del Taco over 5.5.
Yeah, and then driving behind a like lifted Ford Raptor, and it just says Del T on the back, Del, and then taco emoji on a license
Del
plate.
T, period.
Yeah. But I don't even know if anybody has Del Taco. Like I don't know if that's like a national chain or anything, but West Coast, like we used to have one in the Bay Area. It's done, thriving here apparently. But anyways, what I was thinking was
we used to go, man. Yeah, we used to crush at construction jobs. We used to go all the time, dude.
I don't think I ever went, and it was
great.
It looks horrible. The picture looked horrible. Like it was kind of like, are you guys like? Do you guys have stock in diced tomatoes?
Yeah,
like it was like, do you guys have stock in like? Yeah. Do you guys it's just the whole taco looked like tomatoes.
Del Taco's cool. It's like the cheapest place you can get like an actual horrible, but still actual like carne asada taco. You know, like a chain. You know, it's not just like dog meat from Taco Bell or something. You know, it's like one notch.
I have my theory on that. I have my theory on this because I was thinking, I was like, man, that's a lot of tacos, and I was thinking there was a lot of fine print beyond the Del Taco app, but it switched screens fast, and I think there's a reason why.
Fine print.
I think the lowest scoring team on the player gets turned into a taco. Like they're just like because it's Nevada versus Wyoming, and like only degenerate gambler is gonna go like, hey, where's that like backup point guard? And like it's just like all of a sudden he's like, yeah, he's nursed, he's got a little bit of a knee injury, and the guy's like one leg. They're like, yeah, he's gonna try to play through it, and like they'll be like, what happened? He's like, we don't want to talk about it. It was a weird incident. Like because I was like. Because, you know, that's the thing is like Del Taco's like, look, we can't make this up. Like Nevada keeps scoring 56 points or more. I mean, maybe we could raise the point total, but then fans are going to get pissed, right? Like fans are going to get pissed. So maybe we could grind out. Taco Bell makes dog meat tacos or like whatever. Why can't we do point guard leg tacos?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
or point guard cabeza, or Langla. They interview the guy after the game, and he's like.
It's birria, dude. It's birria. That's the juices really help disguise.
We made it out of the goat.
People say that like DraftKings ruined sports. It's like no, Del Taco promos did. Like let's be honest here. Dude.
Oh, dude, it's crazy because like you're just thinking like sure, like 2 tacos at Del Taco's probably still like 1998 prices. I would hope.
Yeah.
But the fact that
the year, not $19.98. Right?
Well, it might be, but I mean, I'm thinking like 1998 like stoner. Like drive through Gen X Richard Linklater.
I love the name, dude,
prices.
of the taco.
Yeah,
of the taco, dude.
Of the taco,
hard, dude.
Yeah. Of the. I mean, if you think about it, we're all from the taco, right?
Yeah, Del Taco. It is like '90s Taco Bell before like Devontae Adams. You know, like Baja Blast, fucking X Games vibe shit, which is like, you know, not hating on it, but it is what it is. It's different. You know?
The chicken tender burrito is just retarded. like you see the commercial, you're just like, stop. And
actually, that sounds kind of good. I don't know.
I'm sure it is, but here's my thing. Like as a kid, like. There's something to be said, and I don't want to big brain this or anything. I would never do something like that. But the chicken tender was a kids meal thing back in the day. Of course, everybody loves it. It all tastes good, but it was like
ARFID. It's migrated to the ARFID map.
Yeah, now every place is like the people who got it on the kids menu are 37 years old now, getting like now the adult menu reflects the kids menu.
It's like nostalgia. Yeah.
Right. And then you realize why everyone's a sniveling libtard right now. And you just wonder
there's gonna be like Michelin star, like the covered, the silver cover butler thing. Like here's your tender, you know, it's gonna be affecting like Michelin star shit now.
Well, and then they're like, it's actually Nashville hot. So it's not a kids thing anymore.
Yeah, Nashville hot's funny because it's literally it's like okay, we're going to fry the chicken, bread it, fry it, and then we're going to dip it in a spicy oil. Just literally it's like, it'd be like if you fried something and just dipped it in dirty oil again,
Mhm.
but it had spices in it, which of course it is seed oils for sure.
Yeah.
And so it's like, man, I'm down for some like Nashville hot, but I need like and it needs to be a glaze. It can't just be the oil dip. I'm not down with the oil dip because that's just disgusting. I'm sorry,
dude. Just going home and going home with your Nashville hot tendies, and then just going unwiped hands on your keyboard to post on Reddit. It's got to be off the hook. That's got to be. That's got to be like getting your own Mormon planet.
Yeah.
Which I my goodness.
Do they? Do they get one or not? Do they get one or not? It's undecided. It's unclear. It's unfucking clear.
A very banal part of our last episode with Brad Kelly. Everyone go get The Earth and Dark. It's out now. Check it out. Excellent book. Please go get that. Order it on Amazon and leave a review and everything. Let them know where you found it and heard it and stuff like that. Go check that out. But I clipped just that one part of it, right? And it was just the fucking Mormon part of it because I thought it was funny, right? So I put it on there. I have like mutuals on Instagram at Rare Candy Pod, by the way, if you guys don't follow us on there. There's like mutuals on Instagram be like, dude, you guys sold the fuck out. People were like thought I was literally converting to Mormonism, which sucks because I'm like, dude, that just shows me you guys don't actually listen to us. Like,
I will say, you guys were. I was like, I think I trust the whole thing a lot less than you guys did. When you guys were talking, I'm like,
I don't trust it. I want the fucking. I just know. Yeah. Here's my thing. Michelle,
I'm not a hater. I'm like, hey, live and let live.
Okay, 200K job, 200K. So Michelle Welbeck submission, 200K job. If you convert to Mormonism or you fucking die in the streets, I'm saying that they're coming for that. That was my point. They're coming for that.
All day.
Okay, Mr. fucking hindsight, Joseph Smith prophecy over here. I was never into the Mormon shit. Yeah, fucking hindsight, Joseph Smith over here.
Yeah.
But anyways, like on the thing, there were people going like, dude, like this is fucking gay. I thought you were like a Christian dude, and I'm just like, yo, like that's first off, like it's a fucking hour-long episode, so I can tell that always pisses me off when I'm like, oh, this is your like first time like actually clicking the sound on one of our clips.
The Mormons are like Schrodinger's Christian. They're like Christian when they want to be associated with that, and then when they don't, they're like, no, we're Mormon.
Way too bureaucratic for me. I found this all out. I tagged LDS Church. Shouldn't have done that.
Tagged it?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Wait,
no, not tagged it. Hashtagged it.
Okay.
First off, who like is that what you do? I don't fucking hashtag. I don't click on. I don't go. What are they talking about the Pope today on the fucking like Instagram? I guess they all get after it. And I'm sure there was like a Mormon group chat. It's probably like 6 families. That's all it takes to go viral. 6 Mormons families finding out about you. There's like 50 apiece in each family. So they were like, I talked about having the planet because I'm like, this is what they think. And my theory was like, they're just going to take over this planet, and that's the planet they're going to give to the Mormons. I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, like I thought that was kind of funny. It was funny. These people, first off, they all come in, Mormons, just guns a-blazing. It's just a bunch of women with live, laugh, love accounts with like holding ultrasound pictures. Like that's like all their accounts. And they're going, good one. We don't believe in the planet though. Like, and everyone was saying, and then there were like a bunch of people going like, yo, dude, I was taught the planet thing, like growing up, like I was literally taught
get
your
messaging straight.
And then after a while I was saying like, well, then I'm not converting. I want a planet. Like I'm fine where I'm at, but if you're promising me a planet, like I'm kind of like in the transfer portal, right? Like I'm playing around. I'm not in the transfer portal right now, but I was playing around. Like maybe I'm in the transfer portal, and I'm like, if you're promising me a planet and I don't have to kill myself to get there, like that's a pretty high on the cult power rankings, right? Like it's a lot better than like Heaven's Gate, like some of these other ones. So I just laugh at, but dude, it's got 300. It's got like fucking 13,000 views on like IG, which is a lot, like for IG, and then like it's just Mormons everywhere, and they're debating. And I was just thinking, I was like, wow, this is bureaucratic nonsense. Their religion, like it's all like, actually, the church changed their opinion on that. I'm like, you can't fucking change your opinion on that. It's what happens when you die.
Yeah,
like it's not like what if Catholics were just like, actually, I think you turn into a tree.
Okay, you guys were saying it wasn't a cult, but changing shit midway through is cult.
It is. No. I'm just saying. I don't think it's a cult because you don't have to surrender all your wealth to it. You don't have to, like, you can still have a fat ass. You can, like, that's what
in fact, they pay you. They pay you.
Yeah, I saw there's a clear like patronage element, and they a lot of times they pay it.
I think they're trying to, because you look at like, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and they're all like whores now, and it's just like it's kind of like it's like the nominal Mormonism is more important than like what they actually believe. You know, it's like youth pastor Christian shit. You know, where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, Hank Hill, like Bobby Hill doing a kickflip with like a metal guitarist, you know, kind of thing. And I think they're having one of those moments,
right?
And but yeah, I don't care. I'm down. I'm down for like more quarterbacks in the NFL.
Would you convert to Mormonism or Islam if you had to?
Oh,
okay,
no question.
Islam. Thank you.
No, just kidding.
Yeah. So, that's all.
Which is the better? Which is the better? Okay, here I'm thinking with Mormonism, with Islam, you get what 72 virgins when you die. With Mormonism, you could parlay that into like while you're alive, have like 3 wives.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
In theory,
and I will say that one of the like late Curb Your Enthusiasm seasons were pretty rough, but one of the funniest ones was when Larry David meets a Mormon guy with a wife and a family, and he's like, "Wait, but you guys are like the polygamy guys, aren't you leaving some money on the table here?"
Yeah,
and the guy, of course, he like gets another girlfriend. It's pretty fucking funny, dude. It was a funny bit for sure.
Yeah, I'm not like I'm literally not. I got mad because I'm like, dude, okay, there's literally a minute of our show that I clipped because I thought it was funny, and then people are like, thought it was some serious debate on whether Mormonism is good or bad. I'm like, dude, I don't get.
Well, that's how you run shit. If you have like PR attacking every
annoying.
short, that's how you do it.
It's annoying. I mean, it's really annoying. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I wish somebody else ran it and not me, so I don't have to see it. Like that's kind of because like no, it's just like these people. I'm like, dude, I'm not converting. You don't want me there because I'm not you. Like you don't want me in your church. Trust me. Like I'm a net negative for Mormonism if I'm in the church.
Yeah, because it's like when someone converts to Mormonism, are they guaranteed? It's funny that you and me and my wife, we all have like Mormon stories and connection. We like know those guys, and it's West Coast, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's funny, man. It's a trip, but yeah, it's when you convert to Mormonism, there's no. It's not like magic. It's like magic soil with immigration. There's no guarantee that you're going to become like Mormon happy, like South Park happy, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, dude. I love it. And the thing is, I actually know some folks that one guy that was part of this talked about it before. These ex-Mormons who seem like pretty smart dudes and pretty like, you know, not antagonistic at all, but they made a whole documentary about the early history of the Joseph Smith Mormon Church, and their thesis was basically he was just getting super high on psychotropic drugs and giving lectures, which is basically the start of Mormonism. And and they made a pretty strong case. Like it's like there's historical accounts of like, all right, Joseph Smith, he's going to speak in half an hour, but he has to drink this. He has to drink this tea first, and then we have to wait 40 minutes, and then he's going to start talking. And he just starts going like, you know.
All of a sudden he comes out and he goes, one pill makes you stronger, and one pill makes you, like
exactly.
It's like 1850.
And so these guys made this whole like, you know, and it is there's a documentary effect, which is, you know, like documentaries are a thing. I get it. But of course the modern church hates this, and they want nothing to do with this thesis because they're not into drugs or psychedelics or anything. But man, they made a strong case. I'm convinced.
I do.
So
I do
it's
think
funny.
It's funny. I do think it's funny. I think the whole thing is hysterical. So, guys, real fast before we go on, this is gonna happen all the time now.
RC Now.
To it, rcnow.org. But also promo code RCNow at superfeast.com. Lots of you guys are killing it right now. Like I mean, really,
I'm blown away. I'm blown away.
I
had no idea.
Yeah, blown away. You guys are really supporting. I mean, you guys are benefiting from it, getting the 10% off, and then we're definitely betting from it.
Like we actually made like a chunk of money. Now we can't touch it yet for 3 months. We're on timeout, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there.
It's not a cult. But it's not a scam. It isn't actually. They've been very honest and great with us. So that's
I think,
awesome.
dude. I think Superfeast is moving way bigger numbers than
they are.
We realize.
Well, Huberman shouted them out. So
he shouted out Shazandra. And then their orders increase. I'm not sure if he shouted them out.
That shit is their Shazandra is amazing. Now, so it's spelled Skitsandra, like that might have been some of you girls' MySpace name back in the day. That does sound like some weird girl on MySpace back in the day. Hey, if that's what gets you to get it, check it out. If it's also keeping you away from it, you're like, I used to know a Cassandra and it was scary. like and she was schizo. That's okay. She could have used this.
I think it is. It is one of my. It's the most underrated herb.
Yeah.
And it's because I mean, people talk about like, and I gotta be honest, I haven't tried Superfeast deer antler yet. I've had many other deer antlers in the past, tinctures and stuff. So I know it is incredible. But man, people talk about deer antler. They're like, oh my god, I'm getting like boners now. It's crazy. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Shizandra does 80% of that.
Sure.
Like I'm telling you, dude, it's like it's some real, and it's just a fucking little
Ooh,
berry, dude.
A blend idea. Shish antler.
I'm there. Let's do it.
How about that? Guys, go to if you're watching on YouTube right now, just go ahead and scan that QR code right there. You can get straight to Superfeast. Promo code RC now at checkout. That's just our website. So it's all there. You get 10% off. They always have other deals too, and all these crazy things happening. Excellent company, excellent product. We use them. I've literally just got done drinking some of the Lion's Mane right now. The Lion's Mane's fantastic.
We need a disclaimer on the antler because, like, dude, the bros are like Ryan the Lion is destroying his whatever he's got. You know,
I'm worried for the drywall in his house.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like,
yeah. I mean, if there's like any sort of ovular hole anywhere, I'm just scared. You know,
emphasis on ovulation.
No, I mean for sure. No, like I will say, my thing for the deer antler, and everybody's like, when should I do it? When it's not that serious, guys. It's not. You're not gonna fucking morph. You're not gonna turn.
If you want to be perfect, empty stomach, hot, warm liquid like a tea, empty stomach.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I drink it like during my workouts. Like I just have a little go to the side and like hydrate with it a little bit. It's very nice. It's like gunpowder. Like you feel like you're in Mel Gibson with the Patriot.
What's the antler taste like?
Nothing. Powder.
Nothing.
Yeah. And it's like it looks like gunpowder. It looks like fucking Mel Gibson when he's in the Patriot, where you're loading up the little made out of your son's toys and everything to avenge the sun. I mean, you get active on that level for sure. And then also, deer antler, my pitch for it is you feel 19, but you take feeling 19 seriously.
Boom.
Bam. Right there. That's like right then and there.
Fucking hire us, like legit. We need like a salaried role. In addition to our code,
because like when you're 19, you're just like like whatever, it doesn't matter. But now you're just you're like I know that like I can have a bad week and feel like 47. And
this is I'm like on a serious note. This is why this shit has been coveted for, I don't know, 8,000 years, as long as human history has been around, because and this is why every emperor had one of these bros on their little council, because they was like, yo, I need to, because you get, because
my penis is not working.
Exactly.
What should I do, my squire?
Much Del Taco, Del Taco.
I've been eating seed oils lately, and I feel like I have and here's the thing too, the fucking discreet, when you hear the blue chew and all of this shit, it comes in discreet packaging. Dude, I want the world to know about my deer antler. Put it out there like Crate and Barrel. I want it like a Crate and Barrel box.
Amazon Smile.
Dick deer antler. I want it out there. Like
it's the Amazon curved smile, but it's just like a curved beat. On the box.
With a 6-point buck antler on the head of it.
Oh god, yeah. No, dude, well, crazy on that note. Well, a couple things. First of all, I'll finish my serious point. They it's this shit is real. And so it's literally a cheat code, because hey, females, that's a whole, you guys figure it out on your own. I'm not gonna make any claims. For the bros, you get to experience, you get the wisdom of your age without the decline, or you get to kick that decline can down the road like 20, 30 years. Ron Teagarden's still fucking smashing. He's still smashing, dude. He's like 70, dude. Come on. But on the other thing, we just went to the Oregon coast, which is always sick. And dude, so this town we went to is famous for having these elk roll through, and but intermittently, sporadically, but we went to like heavy elk, and it's cool because it's winter, so it's dead season out there, and not like tourists or anything like that. And dude, there was like fucking 100 elk just on the beach, on the front lawn of our spot we were staying.
Damn.
And like there are some antler bros out there, dude. And you could tell there's like one antler bro with like 12 non-antler females. So he's just like, what's up?
Obviously.
And they do have
getting out.
I know that people do sell elk antler too. The elk antler is a thing. So I know it does a similar thing, but that's not what we're on. So that's another Oh,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. I cannot co-sign elk antler. I have no idea.
Hang on that note, I'll be right back. I'm gonna empty the elk.
We're gonna get you right back to the episode, but I just wanted to let you guys know of a few other things we offer at Rare Candy Industries. We have a Substack with free and paid subscription options. Free subscribers get access to all written content. That includes Bob's Red Pill. That's the best thing going on the internet right now. Trust me. Paid subscribers get full access to our premium episode feed. And that's just every episode we don't necessarily want to share with the general public, if you know what I'm saying. Again, that's rarecandy.substack.com. We also have merch. That link's a little long for me to say right now, but go to the description, go to our merch store, and find a shirt that's right for you. We have Rare Candy shirts, Dr. Bronner soap label shirts, Rishi mushroom shirts, all types of stuff there. Check it out. There's got to be something for you. And lastly, check us out on social media. On Instagram, we're Rare Candy Pod, but on Twitter, we're at Rare Candy Pod 1. All right, enough of that. Let's get you back into the episode.
All right, RC now code.
10%
off.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I was listening to a couple of like it was this weird like sports podcast or something where this guy was talking about like it was like the banter at the beginning of it and stuff, and he was talking about like about how it's like bad to teach your kid how to read without like outside of school.
Oh my!
Like it was weird.
God, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's like a real thing or not, but it was like somebody saying like, no, what he was doing the weird thing where he like knew that that's bullshit, but he didn't want to like counter signal his like people, where he was like, look, and I'm not one of those weird homeschool people.
Yeah.
Who like but I just like I like to like read with my son and like all. I was like, yeah, great qualifier. That's just think about your politics for a second if you have to qualify that, you retard. Like what is with these people? Like I know I was taught to read like really early, like 2 months old.
And look at you now. Look at us now, dude.
Yeah, look at us. But it's a Paul Rudd. But
the premier reading podcast of the West Coast. No,
the premier. You know, we don't but I was just like thinking like what are people's fascination with like I'm not anti-public school. I went to public school. It'd be weird for me to say I'm not anti. Right now
I don't want to be anti-public school. I'll put it that way.
Exactly.
Like you know what I mean?
There you go.
I'd love to support it. You know, because I do think it is important.
So what I mean is yes, my utopia does not involve all privatized education. My utopia involves public education that has a set of fucking nuts. Actually that sounds kind of weird. But anyways, like it's not just like
not the ones that chop off said. No.
That's true. And not that. But the I guess what I mean is like you don't want like right now you just see like we'll talk more about this in a minute, but like you'll just see like the teachers union getting after like social justice, and you're just like, how about you guys teach kids how to do things that are good? But, you know, but like for you to actually interact with your children outside of school or before school and kind of like supplement or even to be honest, like get it done, like it's seen as like this like MAGA like extremist thing, which I wouldn't care about that label myself, but I think it's sad that people do care about it.
No, and it's been crazy. I sent you some stuff a while ago. There's this guy. Okay, I don't know the exact account on X or whatever, but his name is Neil, and he has a personal account.
Neil Young.
And he created a reading app for young toddlers called Mentava, I believe. Mentava. So you could find him that way. But he went on this weird thing where he's not like some culture warrior or anything like that. You know, I'm sure he's like kind of based like we are, you know, whatever. But I don't think he's like some crazy. I think he's literally just a tech bro that made an app for his kids to read.
That's the scariest thing in the world.
And he charges, and he charges a hefty amount for his app, like a monthly fee. But he also is like, if you don't have the money to do it, here's how you do it. Like, which is always my thing of like a cool guy that's like, if you don't have the money, here's how you do it for free. Which is like, he's like, you don't need me, but I just make it easier. I like those guys, you know.
We're never doing that, by the way. But
but the vitriol this guy gets from teachers, from public school teachers, who just for helping kids read earlier and outside the system, it is fucking insane, dude. And it is so like, I think it's revealing. I think anyone from the outside looking in that's like, I don't know, maybe centrist or just kind of normal is like, yo, what the fuck? Like this, you know what I mean? They hate it. And it's the whole thing. And I do think it is crumbling where you know, with like San Francisco stop not teaching algebra to middle schoolers anymore because it's racist, because there's too many Asian kids or whatever, right? And stuff. They literally did that for 10 years.
Is that from like the N variable?
N, as in.
I'm just kidding.
Or the R.
Why is it racist? No, I'm trying to. Why is it
racist? One? Yeah. No. Well, I mean, for all the retarded reasons, but it's
gotcha.
No, it is insane, dude. And like, look, my story, I am definitely one of those like gifted kids.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging about it, just how it was when I was a kid.
Not bragging.
And I fucking hated school, like academic part. I liked, you know, horsing and shit and sports and all that. But man, if you're a smart kid, you either become like a little cookie kid or bitch normie by force to not upset the apple cart, or you go fucking insane. And all the way through. And my whole thing was like, everyone always told me my whole educational career was like, oh, just wait till you get to college. You get so much better. You can hate this now, but trust me, bro. Once you get to college, people are smarter. There's so much more. It's going to be great. Get to college. Not only was that not true, the exact opposite of that was true. Yeah, and it was the most disillusioning.
Exponentially gayer, it turns out.
Yeah. So anyway, it's like, I don't know, man. It's, public school. And it's also just this kind of like very like libertarian principle, which they absolutely fucking nail, which is you end up giving more and more tax dollars to public servants for a diminishing return. So we're paying 10 times as much for something that works 20% as good as it did 50 years ago with no end in sight. And all they can ask for is more money with no plan. Oh, and there was that crazy article. Sorry, I got a lot of thoughts.
I want to hear it.
I didn't even know you were going to bring this up today.
I didn't. I didn't either. But I just literally 10 minutes before we started, I was like listening to something. Yeah, and it happened.
The other thing is, where was it going? I totally lost my train of thought.
Were you talking about the cost benefit and now, like just the absolute decline in school, kind of like we're paying this much money for something that is way worse than it ever was, under the guise of it being some inclusive kind of like equalizing situation.
Yes. Yeah. And so there was this article that came out that was kind of like a defector from public school. That was kind of like, hey, and because the big story is like phonics and reading and how they stopped teaching phonics to kids and kids literally became retarded. And now certain red states like Mississippi are going back to phonics and actually holding kids back that don't pass the fucking grade. What a concept, and they're crushing. They're like literally they went from bottom fifth, like the lowest, to top 10 in the country by state. Like they break it down. And so this article, there's all these quotes from this guy that was like, "Yeah, man, George Bush, like he tried to get us to teach reading, and it worked for the kids. The kids loved it, but we hated it. The teachers hated it because it felt like we were just listening to the man." And I'm like, all right, look, like I'm not like some like George Bush fan, but like, are you fucking retarded? You're like politicizing reading. And I get if you had better results than what they were telling you to do, but you don't. And it's just like with the COVID shit. You made a generation of kids retarded because you didn't like the president.
To own the chuds.
To own the chuds. And it's like, yo, like, are you guys, can we put you guys in jail or some shit? Like, it's just like, it's like, what punishment? Like, are we gonna, it's like, are you gonna get off scot-free on this? You admitted this. It's
you
crazy,
talk about the childhood vaccination program, then to that, it's like, yo.
And it's just funny, man. How
I'm starting to realize why Nashville tendies are everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's it's blackmailing for sure. And it's also, and like, look, like I just don't think every kid is like a genius, nor needs to be.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, like literally, does it fucking matter? Do we need to? I think that's like trying to get everyone to like some certain level. Sucks to say, but it's like, and like, come on, you guys are the ones causing the autism anyway. So like, why do you care if kids are retarded? That's my thing, dude.
We import people from countries who don't operate that way, and they don't realize why we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you go, like, all I hear about is how base China is. Look at base this and that. But then the same people that talk about how awesome China is, like, they think our schools need to be governed the way you're just what you were just hating on. You know what I mean? Like the whole like
equal. Do you want Chinese 12-hour day schools? Because if you do, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like
because they're like, look at this shovel they invented. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like it's like it just sucks. I don't care. Like none of that shit ever looks cool to me ever. And then I digress here. What we're talking about here is like, okay, we're gonna just treat everybody like special little children here, and then then they're gonna get to the job market, which has zero regulations to that in that sense, where like you're gonna be like, well, this guy who was told he kind of isn't special and needs to learn to code this and this and this, and then he comes over here, does your job for less through a program or something like that. That's a bad situation to be in, and that's why you get perpetually frustrated Starbucks baristas who think that it's somebody else's fault. And it's because of right-wing culture warriors why they are where they are. And I agree with you, because I was unlike you, I was like a fringe kid where I was clearly good at some things, not good at the other ones. Couldn't do math to save my life, still can't. But I was always proficient in English and a lot of stuff that really wasn't going to make money. And what somebody should have told me, and I'm not blaming anybody on this, but I would have benefited from this, I think, is somebody in like around like 6th or 7th grade, was somebody should have just told me like, hey, like there's like 3 jobs for what you're good at. Yeah. So we should put a tool in your hand. We should, dude. We should, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like nobody did. Everyone was just like, dude, go major in history. Go major in books. I do major in books right now.
Well,
I do it. It's like, so it's no, like, and this is like the most I can do is start my own thing with books. It's like,
because you're not getting hired at a university, dude. It's like, that's what I'm saying.
That too, dude. I'm not so sure that I'd want some regimented curriculum about it. I am like, my idea is like, I wish somebody did study my like brain a little bit and just kind of like behind a fucking plexiglass window or whatever, like one-way mirror. I meant not plexiglass.
Also, why the fuck? Yeah, why don't we have shop classes anymore and shit? Like I would have loved that, even though I was good at academics and my dad, my dad was a blue collar guy, successful, definitely for a time, successful. For sure. Started his own company, had his own
place, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. And he worked hard and shit, and he was very smart, very shape rotator, but also like very word cell, like both. And he is straight up. No, he was a legit.
What a combination. Yeah. And what a beast.
But he also, it's the boomers, man. Cause he was always a little bit self-conscious that he only went to community college, never finished. He could have easily walked circles around a lot of academics.
Right.
But I think he pushed us into a lot of that. And he's like, you should do this because I never did, and it was never like explicit and never gun to our head or anything like that. But when I got to school, I was like, dude, you would have fucking hated this shit. Like, dude, I know who you are. You're like the most disagreeable motherfucker of all time. You hate listening to people and you love to argue with people. You would have hated modern college, dude. Like, there's no way. The thing that you wanted for us, and I get, he probably just wanted like an easier life for us and shit. Didn't work. Not for me, at least. But
no.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the boomers really, they thought, and again, the market just got oversaturated, and you literally, and I don't know. It's just, it doesn't mean what it once did, and it's stupid. Yeah.
And what you said about George W. Bush, I think is true. Like, I'm not a big fan, but the idea of the No Child Left Behind thing, like that is infinitely better than what we do right now. Like
Common Core,
it's just not.
Also, and like COVID was like, okay, we know what teachers unions are. They're fucking psychos who are dem money launderers who fucking, like, it's what they are, dude. It's like, it's just is what it is. It's not. I remember in middle school, when we went to middle school together, everyone was freaking. And I was like one of the nerd audio video kids in middle school, which was horrible. It put me in a real bad social cast. That was several years.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Several years.
Yeah, that was a slur. Yeah. It was a slur.
It was
almost. Yeah,
it was 100%. And but I remember that, and we got to meet. Everyone was freaking out for a week because they're like, the superintendent of California's coming. They're visiting. The superintendent's coming. The head guy of California.
Yeah,
the dude arrives in a fucking limo. And I remember being a kid, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, this guy, he probably makes more money than like 10 teachers combined. And he's probably hasn't taught in like 30 years. And he's, You know what I mean? I mean, like, respect if you can hustle a job like that, but it's clearly fucking fake, you know. And it's, you know, it's all like Gavin Newsom ass politics and shit. I don't know. It's and it clearly is. It clearly, you know, it's so obvious that's what it is.
Yeah, the COVID thing for the teachers union, because those were two words that I thought couldn't be bad, you know, for a long time. Like you're told like, well, if you don't like that, but the teachers union during COVID, I mean, we've talked, go listen to our early episodes with
Alex G. Alex G.
Back when her name was Alex G, you know, Alex Gutentag, but like go like check those out. Like she talks about it and I was like, wow, it's a major red pill. Like just you know, somebody who was a part of it and everything. And it still it still rubs people the wrong way, because there's a lot of people that think like, well, we need a powerful one. And I'm just like, my thing is like the taxpayer has no input on it whatsoever, because and they know that's by design, because if the taxpayer, who, I'm sorry, this all comes from them, and the federal funding, whatever, it all comes from us. If that was the case, then the curriculum would look a lot different and the teachers would be a lot different.
Yeah,
like it wouldn't just be fucking Miss Frizzle, fucking like Magic School Bus ass chicks, but like, I mean, she's probably based compared to fucking whatever we have now.
100%.
But
Frizzle's based.
Miss Frizzle's like, remember, there's only a dick and a pussy, and that's it. Like, you know, like she's probably saying that in Magic School Bus. Those are probably bad books now. Like, you know, it's like, you know, I don't even want to know what their version of Animorphs is now, but like
I mean, it's if the shoe fits, dude, it's one of those.
It just is what it is. But okay,
for like the graphic,
dude, Animorphs was kind of like the thing about Animorphs was that like they were kind of like they would have a lot of POCs on the cover of theirs, and I saw like some
one of the main characters was a black girl, I remember, and
there's a black guy,
Cassie.
Too. There was a black guy too, but Cassie turns into a shrimp, dude. That one cracked me up, dude. Like she turned into a shrimp, dude. Fucking Long John Silver's Animorphs, there's a picture of her.
That's like a Dave Chappelle skit from like 1999.
It was funny. Like it was like Animorphs was probably hella racist, because like one guy's like, you know, obviously turning into a horse. Sick. You know, like it just turns into a show. Like, who would want to be a shrimp, dude?
That's so fucking funny.
The most you can be is fried. Like,
good lord, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they would always have these like, I turned into like a sick velociraptor, or like a fucking like a peregrine falcon that can go 180 miles an hour, and then they'll be favorite. Like, oh, I had to turn into a flea so I could be like a CIA like drone spy on like this random like dog, you know. And that's like, that sucks, you know. That's not cool at all, dude.
I did a book report on like, you had to pick an animal, and I remember I don't remember what grade this was, probably 5th grade, I would guess, and I picked the peregrine falcon. And some kid tried to call me gay for that right before my presentation. He tried to get in my head, and I had like my fucking Beats by Dre on, like walking through the tunnel at like, you know, on a road game and stuff. And this kid was like, "Falcons are gay," and I was like, "No, they're not."
Horrible, dude.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
First off, no, they're not. And I don't remember what he did.
Sicker than eagles, honestly.
Way sick. They're sicker than almost any bird. Like like, dude, 180 miles an hour, you're jamming, dude. Like you're basically like a chemtrail pilot, but for good things. And like it's so sick. And like I still remember that. I remember the kid that did it. He called me gay, and I was just like, you're mad that you didn't get the peregrine falcon. Because we weren't allowed to double over. We couldn't both do peregrine falcon. I don't remember what his was, but his was probably some normie ass like wolf thing. Bro, everyone knows about wolves.
He was jealous.
Everyone knows about wolves. What are you going to tell me in your gay little 5th grade book report about wolves that I don't already know, dude? Oh, they like the snow. They travel in packs. They eat things. Cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
he was jealous. Falcon,
he was so jealous, dude. Still jealous to this day. He probably has a dartboard of me in his room.
Because flying is so like, you know, everyone's like, oh, I want to fly, but it's like, no, you want a falcon fly, you want a peregrine falcon fly. You don't want it like a seagull or like a fucking stork or some shit. You know,
what's the sickest move in Super Smash Brothers? Falcon Punch, dude.
Hell yeah, dude,
Falcon Punch.
Yeah,
dude, that's just sick. Like I don't think that's
probably now the Atlanta Falcons.
28-3 lead. I don't think a peregrine falcon would go 28-3 lead.
Yeah, true.
I don't think they would do that. Yeah.
Falcons, Falcons, I wonder. I'm not trying to Forgive football. Yeah, never mind.
No,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing there. Yeah, it's okay. But I don't got nothing.
Their defense looked kind of sick this year. I'm watching these games. I'm like, damn, these quarterbacks
made a mistake. I think they made a mistake firing Raheem Morris.
Yeah,
I think
these quarterbacks are getting pressured. Like, yeah, they're kind of like the Giants, where I'm like,
they made a mistake.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Radio Raheem, dude. They should have kept him. But anyways, let's talk about a little bit of Minnesota here.
Let's go.
Minnesota's in the news again. Who knew? Minnesota's in the news again.
Yeah.
Hot button topic here. What's the woman's name? Renee Good. Is that her name?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Renee, not a bad person at all.
Renee, decent. Yeah, Renee, decent fucking person. Decent decent heckin' chungus. But anyways, no, it's a very serious matter, of course. Yeah. She was dead after an altercation with ICE. I remember when it had, like, I think you and I have such a different way, and I mean from like you and I together, we might view something differently, but our process is so like, we're so like personal about like these things where everybody immediately goes to the systemic when they see something happening. Like they'll watch a video and they'll analyze frame by frame.
I know,
like the movie Blow Up from like the 60s, where it's like just frame by frame of like what happened, but then make a systemic claim based on that. Whereas for me, I just hear that a woman who has 3 children. I'm not the custody thing. I'm not sure is verified or not, but so I won't say that. But drove 800 miles from Missouri to Minnesota. It's like Sufjan Stevens ass like music happening, and then she I would drive 800 miles. A different song, but then she drove to Minnesota to play chicken with ICE. I mean, like, it's quite clear that there was like some sort of thing happen, and everybody's like saying this didn't happen. I like, look, somebody died, and I think that sucks. Like, I'm not a person that likes when people die. It's not something I like,
especially in such a manner. It's kind of crazy.
Especially in such a manner.
Yeah,
but like this idea that, like, you know, people will think about this systemically, where they're like, I guess bootlickers want a police state. Like, if you don't immediately like want to scale back, so maybe that people's argument with that, I go, dude, this is all downstream from like Somalian fraud. Like that's my thing. Like, she drove 800 miles to go protest somebody doing something about Somalian fraud.
Yeah, it is wild. I definitely I've been thinking about this more than I've wanted to a little bit, you know, just because it's like, and especially when, you know, we just took like a little trip, and that's always like when my boredom comes out. And dude, I'm telling you, I swear to God, like every time we don't travel often, and when we do, we go like an hour to the coast and stuff, and it's and it every time we go, like one of these, like we were out there when Trump got shot, when Charlie Kirk got shot. Like every time, it's like, I swear to God, like the second we're gearing up for a trip, I know some crazy ass thing's gonna happen where, you know, it culture war-ish, you know, where it happens. Yeah, I got thoughts on it. Absolutely, my number one take is if you're a mom to 3 kids, that chapter of your life is fucking over. Like, you cannot even play. And it goes to show, I think that they do think this is, it's clear that it's not some like life or death thing for them. It's clearly like a game, and kind of like a LARPing is like, you know, and I'm not saying they don't take it serious, or that they think that they are doing good. I think they do, you know, even though I don't know, who knows. Again, it's Somali fraud.
There's a lot going on there. Yeah,
there's a lot, man. And it's like, that for sure is my number one take, where I'm like, dude, and you see like black dudes recording videos where they're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like I love that genre where they're like, where I think one guy was like, yo, I have to make it home to my kids every night. That's my number one priority. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Now, I will say, I'm a lot less like eager to defend this guy, the ICE officer, than a lot of people seem to be. It's not like my thing. It's not my battle to fight. I do think he's kind of retarded. And I do think, I mean, again, it's a messy fucking situation. And I think people on both sides are trying to make it, nope, it's this way or that, you know? And it's messy. I could definitely critique him for a number of things. Him personally, if we're doing frame by frame, you know, if we're going to do the frame by frame thing, he walks around the front of the car twice. He switches his hand, he's got his gun loaded in the holster, ready to go. 5 seconds before anything happens, he triple taps through the side window. You know, I'm not saying he didn't fear for his life. I'm not saying. I don't think she wanted to murder him, and I don't think he wanted to murder her per se.
I don't think you go out your day. I don't think you start your day trying to do that.
No. And also he fled the scene at the end of the day. He like bounced from the scene.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I initially thought that he was like one of these recent hires because they do those like hiring fests at like like Marriott and shit, whatever. Turns out he'd been on the force for like 13. He's a vet. He's been on the first force for like 13 years. I have a feeling he's going away for a long time. Like I don't think that's just my feeling. I'm not invested. Whatever. My whole thing and ICE, man. I'm just like, when I lived in Arizona in 2012, I was pulled over by ICE. I was actually literally about to drive home to California move back to California, and ICE pulled me over in town. Near the Mexican border in Arizona, and they fucking kept me there for like 45 minutes, and I'm like, fucking faggots, like let me go, dude. Like I'm not like hiding anyone here, and so it's like I don't know. I've never been like an ICE guy, I've always been, I just
we shouldn't have to have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, we shouldn't have to. I understand that the ICE has been around for longer than the situation that we've been in. It's been around pre-Trump. I think right now, like, it's weird because like the reason I stopped from like, let me scan each individual part of this video and see where the guy's guilty and where she's guilty and where's this and that. It's like, dude, this is state of fear. I mean, this is what we're living in right now. This is. You have, on one hand, you have somebody saying, if you're a patriot, go out there and defend your country, and this is your enemy. And and all intents and purposes, like that, you have reasonable cause to believe that a lot of these people are your enemies. You think that, but then to the woman's thing, they're saying like, look, your country needs you. Like, this is patriotism on her part, what you think she's doing. She literally is doing the exact same thing. And but it's kind of like even crazier because it's like not your job. It's not not any like oath you took or anything. It's basically like the world's going to burn down around you if you don't go out there. And there is a little bit of martyrism amongst white women right now because we've been beating white women down for the last decade, really, of just straight up saying you're either a Karen or you're you're a self-immolate. You're either a Karen or an Aaron Bushnell. You know what I mean? Like you straight up like that's kind of your like people. It's not like that. No, dude. People straight up like, and you look at the reaction to her death. They're like, don't say rest in power. Don't say this to her. She's white. And it's like, dude, like
there's no winning. There's no winning.
There's no winning. And then, but my problem is like, dude, everybody gets really systemic about something. But if you're truly thinking systemically, then one death shouldn't do anything for either side, right? Like it really shouldn't, if you think about that. Like when we're talking about vaccine deaths, if somebody's a vaccine defender and you tell them one death happened, they go, well, it's one death. Yeah. And you just think like, so my opinion doesn't change about anything personally, I guess is what I'm saying. And like, it sucks. It sucks that these things happen. It sucks that people get activated in this way and sent out to just go seriously. Oh, mom of 3 kids, dude, like goes out there and gets killed over this shit, dude. And, like I'll put it to you this way, like ask your family member, like if you have family members, and I think a lot of people do, family members who are defending the woman or like martyring the woman or something. If you yourself told your family member, I'm going to drive 800 miles and confront ICE myself, your family would try to stop you. And most of the time,
if you even knew, what if you woke up tomorrow and you're like, holy shit, mom is 3 states over and dead? Like, I didn't even know she was going,
I don't know I don't know the situation of her kids, but like, that's agony that you can't even, like, people keep saying she was a mother. She was a mother. How could they do that to a mother? I'm like, dude, like at what point, like 800 miles is a long time. You're driving the whole time. You're charged up. And didn't the lesbian girlfriend kind of like say like, I feel guilty because I kind of said like we got to do something like this. I gotta like. I'm saying
so. This is the whole thing. Is like it needs. And I am the least bootlicker dude. In fact, I think a lot of this stuff is corny when people are like kind of LARPing in that way, and they're fucking. I am highly critical of that. That being said, I think a lot of we've known it for years, you know, like the pussy hat stuff and all that, and like we're fighting fascism by dancing conga lines and wearing bright colors and goofy outfits, and it's like kind of like so. This is a weird thing where it's like it's the most important thing of your life, and also it's extremely low risk, and you get to do conga lines, and it's very, it's very weird, man. It's just very like we need we need people to just relax and take a breath.
I know.
And also, like, I'm sorry, like you can argue whether I should or shouldn't be there for the Somali thing in particular, but let's stop defending the fucking Somali thing, dude. Like, come on, like
that's what I'm saying. Dude.
Like
give that up. Why can't you give that up? That's like that costs you nothing.
Jacob,
it costs you nothing to just say get rid of that.
The mayor, the one that's like literally speaks the language. He admitted it. He was like, "Yo, it's really bad, actually," and we're he's like, we could have done a lot more to. He admitted it. So I'm like, if he's admitting it, you know, it's fucking real. If Tim Walz,
which is, and it's way worse. He's actually like kind of fanning the flames a little.
That's
like he's kind
saying,
of like, dude, like doing that. So like you went out there and like it's just this idea of like what did I talk about with like the Rob Reiner thing? Like we were just talking about this a couple of weeks ago.
I like your point, like, where it's like you got
to fix home. We got to fix home, dude.
You got to, honestly, it's the JBP thing. Clean up your room. You know, like figure your own shit out first. Yeah. No, I agree, and it is part of this thing where like all our consciousness is just always thousands of miles away,
right,
at any time.
Spread thin. Also, I'm not spread thin, probably spread very thin.
Yeah. And I'm not saying this is psyop. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying like the second I heard Minnesota again, I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Now I will say, like I've been consistent in this take for a while, and I've gotten some heat for this. Nothing crazy, and that's fine. People can disagree or whatever. I do think I've always I think ICE is not the most competent, and I do think the beams, the DHS memes, and the fucking, you know, like the video edits and the Theo Von stuff. I'm like, guys, this is hurting your cause for what you say you want. And also, I just have to say, there's a Trump quote that just came out like today or this week where he's like, I want to work with Democrats and give immigrants illegal immigrants a path to citizenship. Basically, he says that. So he's counter-signaling his own strongest warriors on this one issue. If that is your main thing, is immigration or whatever, is like, he's not even like as hardcore as you are. And I'm saying, like, you could solve this problem by enforcing labor laws, but the administration has explicitly said that they do not want to do that. And I understand why, because it would destroy the economy and like make the numbers look really bad in the short term. So I get the game theory behind it, but I'm saying like I do think there is a theater element to this. There is a, you know, I think there are people that like want this to happen, that are defending it, and kind of the people that are like pragmatically going like, hey, actually it's like the numbers aren't as high as people say they are, and it's kind of like, you know, I don't know. You know, I'm just saying I think there is a valid critique, but no one ever wants to counter signal any of this stuff if you're based or whatever. And it's kind of like, you know, I just think there's like easier ways to do it, and you got to be clean with it if you do want. I think most normies, most like centrists have kind of come around to the idea that's like, yo, we can't have fucking open borders and we got to send some people back. Like most people, not like rad libs or whatever. I get that, you know, they're a special case, but most normal people are like, okay, I get it, you know?
Yeah.
But I think all this stuff, like there's new video every day. And I know there's always like two sides of the story, but it's like, and RIP Scott Adams, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I listened to a show. I just got in the habit of, and I disagreed with him a lot of stuff. And, you know, and that's part of the fun. He was one of those fun guys to disagree with, and still like a sports guy, like you always.
Yeah,
talk about,
sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I do have a lot of respect for him. I think he was a good dude, really interesting guy. But I would listen to a show before work every day, or during the early hours of work, for like leading up to the election.
Was it morning coffee? What was it called?
Morning. Yeah, he would just he would just in his room, just chill and
rumble. Dude, it was a rumble show.
Yeah, Rumble Warrior, dude. And but I remember explicitly he was saying, he's like, we got to do this deportation thing, but he's like, yo, if it turns out to be officers in the streets grabbing people, like he's like, I'm explicitly not down for that, and that I would say that's not okay. And he was like the most MAGA dude of all fucking time, dude, and he was like the biggest booster of that shit. So I'm saying, like, I get people like want to be hardcore and seem like really tough and whatever. And like, I'm not really like, I don't think I'm like that libtarded about this. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know, but I'm like kind of like,
no, it's
I'm just kind of like, yo, like you're, first of all, like when the first thing when I heard this happen, I'm like, well, that's the end of that. That's the end of like, this is like the most that people are ever going to get in terms of deportations and stuff like that. I mean, dude, if it's like a midterms thing or like a president thing, and I've maintained this, it's like it's over, dude. So all the hardcore people that are like saying, no, you got to hold the line and harden your hearts. I'm like, bro, it might be over because they were retarded about it. It might be. I'm just calling balls and strikes here, just saying.
Electorally, I don't know if it has that kind of consequences, in my opinion, because you have people defending Somali fraud on the other side.
Yeah.
What's like that? I mean, I will say, if there was a more competent opposition, I would agree with you. But they truly are like something.
But the thing is it only takes 5% to sway this shit in any given year, and that's just normies centrists. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you lose Rogan, right, then you lose. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Sure.
Like,
I mean,
I'm not even saying it's right or wrong or anything. I'm not even saying. I'm just saying it's just the math behind it.
I mean, to me, I think there's the theater aspect of it is interesting, right? Because like when I speak to that, I think I'm talking about like DHS memes, like, using Sabrina Carpenter's music to like deport people, and just all of these kind of things that you see. I mean, there's part of me going like, hey, you should be more secretive about this. But there's a lot of people who hate the secrecy of a lot of this too. Like, so if they were deporting people secretly and that gets found out, because I think it absolutely would. I think we live in it's really hard to do anything secretly anymore. And I'm not even saying like
secretly. I'm not even I'm just.
But what's the process of deporting somebody? In my opinion, like, what do?
You change the labor laws overnight.
No, but you have to actually deport them, though. You have to actually deport them. Not everyone's going to self-deport because and I saw Trump's going to stop.
If you did the labor laws, it would 10x the self-deportations overnight with zero ICE involvement. I guarantee.
You sure?
Guaranteed.
I don't know, because if you have sanctuary aid state and the Somali fraud, you have all these things happening right
now. Let it happen. Let it happen. Just do it and see what happens. And you say people say like they'd be against that too. Well, they're already against all of it. So you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of saying it's very clear. They're acting like they don't want to do this shit, which is fine. But the warriors on their behalf are the ones that are like most rabid about wanting to do it. And I'm just kind of like, and I get this is all downstream. It's just like, it's the labor laws. And Trump, he explicitly said he's not doing hotels or farm. And it's like, and I get why, because that would, it's like such an impossible thing. It's like where all the labor comes from. It's just interesting, man. It's just,
well, yeah.
It's like, I feel people aren't being like honest with themselves about this topic, in this way, because they're so scared of being like seen as like a libtard, which I think is kind of the new thing that people are. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in this. Maybe I'm wrong.
On the internet to make friends. People go on the internet to make friends, and unfortunately, that's
you
and I aren't like that. You and I aren't like that because we are friends. Yeah. And so I mean, but there's a lot. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just for people who it's so flat. Like people like, you didn't believe that a month ago. Yeah, dude. Like, it's a high school friend group. It's received opinion. Like, that's what a lot of people do. Like, they're gonna become super hyper vigilant about this, super vigilant about that, because you came here to find like-minded people, but to find like-minded people, you have to make your mind like them. That's how it works.
I'm just surprised that it's not a more popular take of like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? We're shooting ourselves in the foot, if that's your thing, and I'm just saying like it. And again, I fully accept that this is 100% downstream from 4 years of complete open border degeneracy, which is insane. And so I get that, but dude, just change the laws first, dude. Just do it to where that's all it is. It's a money thing, dude. It's a money thing. Aid can come, I'm just saying, just
apparently that is happening today. Apparently Trump announced, and this is on February 1st, that aid to sanctuary cities is not happening. And I think that's a big part of it, was basically like, okay, I can put some kind of thing out there, and if these states will not cooperate with me, You have to say, well, you don't get any money to do this. And then you'll be asking states like California, who might be able to do it, but like other states like Minnesota, Oregon and stuff, maybe might not have the tech industry or any of these other things to make that happen. And maybe that, and look, to be fair, they might be looking at that situation that happened and going, we might have to do this the kind of boring way. Like we might have to, the boring but more effective way, the kind of bureaucratic, like West Wing, like kind of document way. Like they might be seeing that right now. And I, for me, it's just kind of like, okay, mistakes will be made.
Yeah.
Like is this kind of thing, because now you're just seeing like a trend. Like this is my problem with the whole thing, and I do agree with what you're saying. Like it's kind of like, okay, like we gotta be tactful about what we're doing here, because there is it's really hard to do this. And now that being said, I see these the whole like modern Gestapo thing really bothers me. Like, and I know this doesn't like. I know, like, we kind of roll our eyes when somebody says, like, hey, he's a Nazi. It's like, well, everybody disagrees with that. But, like, that word, like, holds a lot of weight for a lot of people. Like still, like, if you say, like, that guy's a Nazi, like, people don't even look up what you did. They're like, well, he's evil, And it kind of, like, stays with you. But I just wonder, people get activated to go drive 800 miles to go do this thing.
It's a big problem.
Because they think they're stopping the modern Gestapo. But I'm sorry, people were not driving 800 miles. I mean, non-military people, at least, to go stop the Gestapo. Like they were driving away from them. Like they were like, this is fucking scary. So I'm like, you're not actually scared, and like a lot of these people are just.
And also, if it is such a thing, that's a bad thing. Like, wouldn't people be fleeing this country voluntarily in much bigger numbers?
Exactly.
Which just
that's
doesn't
what
happen.
I mean. That's what I mean. Like they were saying, there's that meme of like the concentration camp guy. It's like in like Wojak form, where it's like this is how the camp started. Get out and stay out. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just and I know there's like, well, it started with deportations. It's like, well, then again, wouldn't you leave? Like again, this is kind of like a fight or flight thing, where it's just like when it came down to the COVID vaccine, when I really thought that was going to be implemented, federally under OSHA law, my wife and I were like, we're going to have to become like forest people, straight up,
for sure.
Like it was to that point. It wasn't like I'm going to go run to the federal labor department and be no, that was like, yo, like I'm one of those people. Like for me, it's about protecting who's around me. And like I just to me, I'm like, I just refuse to believe that woman loves immigration that much. It was something else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I refuse to believe that she's just like, I love immigration. They love what immigration signifies. They love that immigration pisses off their enemies. They love all of these things. It's all of these kind of like second and third hand kind of feelings.
Even the fraud too. That's why they kind of like turn the other way on that, because they know it's kind of like, it's almost like it's a cost of doing business to them.
Yeah, almost. I'm just mad that this is such a big thing. Like, this isn't that big of a deal to me.
Yeah,
that we're cracking down on this. Like that. Like that's. I get what you're saying.
I think most people want sensible, legal, tightly controlled, and not huge numbers immigration, and also clean up the H-1B thing. I think most people are like, there are some like send them all back people, and like, hey, you're allowed to have that opinion or whatever. I think most people are like, yo, we just like lock shit up and like fix our economy and stuff like that. And it's very, and I'm saying every one of these ICE things, like it's all it does is just turn away normies that are the swing voters that are it's 100% gonna happen. I mean, I don't know what to tell. I like, it's just interesting. It's and also I do think, I'm not even trying to like just be like a King Solomon here, like observing from up high and not giving my take. Like, I'll never really be super down with like boots on the ground in the streets. Like, that's just not my scene, like in any respect. I just think that should be like kind of last resort for any of this stuff.
But it might be the last resort.
Well, it's not though. They didn't change any labor laws. That's what I'm saying. They don't, it's kind of, all you got to do is charge a huge fine and enforce it, and it would end overnight, dude. I'm telling you. And they refuse to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. People should be mad that they're not doing that if they care about this. That's
well, I mean, we'll see what this does. We'll see what the age
Yeah.
of the sanctuary state stuff does. If we're to believe that that's true.
Yeah.
Now, there's, of course, you have judge, court, municipal. We get into the document
what the
wars.
That's crazy.
That's what I mean. Like, you get into document wars. Like, libs love the document wars, and they'll fight them forever.
Or what's the like? Yeah,
tough.
with
It's kind of tough.
The Minneapolis judge, where like the jury convicted them of the fraud, and the judge like threw out the case. Like, how do you even like? What even is that? I don't even.
I know that's to me that's I'm a little more sympathetic to like, okay, well, then this is how we solve it. Like that's like I am a little bit more. I understand what you're saying, and I don't know that I think we're hiring some like kind of cowboy guys that go out there, but at the same time, like. I know a lot of people who wouldn't support like the fucking Sean Ryan tactical, like fucking like Sean Ryan.
Well, they
like,
need to
CIA like guys. I know a lot of people that would freak out
no
about that.
There's no argument against not being careful. Like when they do like legit American citizens and they detain them for 3 days and they're like, sorry, we let you go, and maybe they got like a bruise or something.
Yeah,
like
for
it's
sure.
like,
yo,
like what? Come on, like, you know what I mean? It's like just. There's no argument against not taking great care, with this. And that's what I'm saying. And it's like, it's just going to be another video every day. And it's retarded. The whole thing is so retarded. That woman is retarded. Like, I'm sorry.
I know. That's what I mean. And
it's really sad. It's sad that, that it's like a retarded thing.
Why can everybody get so activated over a guy with a counterfeit $20 bill and then 5 years later, or 6 years later, whatever, a woman,
Honda Pilot,
a woman in a Honda Pilot, and
those are kind of sick cars too. I kind of want.
They are good. They are nice.
Yeah.
And then
I like your take because you're like a road crew. You work in the roads, so I like your.
Well, no. So I used to work on the road crew like a lot. Did every aspect of that too. Like it was just like rake in your hand, stop sign in your hand, all of that. So I don't do that anymore. I will straight up. I'm trying my best to never do it again because almost every day there's an incident like that. Yeah, it's not over a politically charged protest, but you'd be surprised when you're just trying to fix something in the fucking street. Yeah, how much somebody who freaks out about you fixing something in the street. And a lot of times, dude, there's like some schizo men, women, other people. Like it's kind of like tough to pin down on one like type of people. But like there's people when they're behind the wheel of the car and they just like don't want to stop. And it could be for their own good. Like they could be like, no, you're gonna like hit something if you like don't go through or something. And it's chaos. Sometimes it's not always on the same page. Sometimes the crew is full of meth heads, but I also don't want you to hit them. So like there's kind of this like whole thing, and they just like go. And there are times where like I've had my foot run over a couple times, like obviously not like to a bad degree, but like just luckily shout out Red Wing boots. Just freaking boom, like they like go over that, and then like there are times where I'm like, yo, I want to reach in there and kill you. Like I'm not going to. I didn't, but it's just like not saying I get it. It's like Chris Rock's OJ thing. Like I'm not saying he did not guilty, but I understand. And like it's just like this kind of like we have the ability. It's like when you watch a bad call in a football game or something, and it's like the ref's not calling that in slow motion, dude. You watched the slow motion 6 times and saw that the guy's saying it. The ref's not calling it in slow motion. Life does not happen in slow motion. Yet our takes
pass interference, dude.
Our takes are based off of this. Like our takes are based off of like watching something 10 times in slow motion and be like, I got it. And it's just like it's this weird like playing God a little bit of like, well, actually you were wrong in that situation. But and I just mean like to me, I've been there, dude. Like I've been in those scenarios. Again, I wasn't on ice, but actually quite the opposite if you saw the road crew. But there's just like these times where you're just like, as soon as that happened, I'm like, I've had people straight up like just like try to like not floor their car, but like rev their engine like they're gonna do some shit to you or something. And you could be like, yeah, punk, you're not gonna do shit, but that car's gonna win if I like. So I think there was an element. Sometimes they play chicken with you. Sometimes they do this. Sometimes they do that. I've had every road instance happen to me in the book, and I did it for 8 years, 9 years, something like that. I've had every situation happen, and I will say if I was. I know people that have gotten in fights. I've like get out of the car, like get out. Like I've seen it happen. It's like one of those things where you're like you can't do that, but also like fuck, like it gets there sometimes, and it just sucks. And again, there are people that have done all of that, to me and all that stuff. And I look in the back seat and I see 2 kids in car seats. I'm like, you're doing this.
It's great, dude. The parent thing is crazy. How like it is. There's no. It's sad, man. There's no.
I've seen people drive down the wrong side of the street, like the wrong side of the street during rush hour traffic because they didn't want to wait at something, and they had 2 fucking kids in the back seat. Yeah. Like I've seen them do that. Like, so what I mean is like, and I'm not anti-car. I love cars. I love cars. I will never give up my driving privileges. But I do think driving is like, I think a lot of people shouldn't drive. Like, there's just a lot. Like if you get left it up to me, if I was Secretary of Transportation, I'd be like, let's see the master list of drivers. And I would just go, nope. Like, for a lot of people, like, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out. Figure out a way to get somewhere. You suck at driving. And so, like, to me, I know I don't want to make this about driving, but like the car being involved, like, this woman would not attack ICE without a car.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do it. It wouldn't happen. Like, she's just not one of those people. Like, I don't think she's the type of person to get a gun and do it. I don't think she's the type of person to, like, I mean, I could be wrong, but and in fact, that maybe I am. But for the most part, like, something behind the wheel of a car, people get really bold and they think nothing can happen to me because I'm in a car. Yeah. And to me, like, it's like, hey, you're
here in my car. No, it's literally that song. It's like, I can block out the world. I can do it.
But then you also, and it's a thing. It's an autonomy thing. It's auto, like it's automobile autonomy. Yeah, not to get crazy with you, but you're in that thing, and that's the cool part about driving a car, and it's called a bad part about dealing with people with bad, kind of mentally ill people. Like, I think cars, like, people in cars make, like, if you're a mentally ill person in a car, it's like 2x your mental illness when you're behind the wheel of a car. It's just crazy. And so, like, I don't think she would have done that. And it's just kind of like, by the way, the craziest part about this whole thing is that Tim Walz, like, passed a law that
you sent me that was crazy.
It's nuts. Tim Walz passed a law. It's a police reform bill on July 23rd, 2020, amending Minnesota statute, whatever.
Dude, I'm not. Where you can, an officer can.
It updates standards for officers' use of deadly force in cases of imminent threats of death or great bodily harm.
I'm not a fan of making light of this, but man, DHS could do such a crazy. Hey, thanks Tim Walz. Such a crazy edit or something.
I mean, like I said, I'll tell you right now, if it's Newsom versus Vance, the memes aren't going to stop.
Yeah, let the memes flow.
We're here. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's the war. Like, you could be the guy who's like, well, I'm not doing that. It's like, you're gonna lose. Like, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's here to stay. And but what I mean is, like, they're basically like, that's crazy. I saw somebody, like, I saw it, like, from, like, Eagle Patriot News Network, like, and you're like, oh, did Tim Walz really do that? And then, like, you're like, fuck, he did. And then like, and it was kind of crazy. July 23rd, 2020, which is like a couple months after Floyd. Like, was Timmy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What happened to Tim Walz? Like, I mean, not that he was ever good, but, like, I was like, he kind of thought like a normal person for a while. And this is like a Ron DeSantis, like, protest law. And it's just one of these things where, like, just people think nothing can happen to them sometimes. And it was always like the kind of thing where, like, I've talked about this a lot, where protesters who block, like, a bridge or something, and, like, one guy, if a guy runs them over, people are like, what a psycho. And I'm always just like, did that not enter your mind that somebody could run you over? Like, obviously the magnitude of what you're doing, you think it's such a big deal. It's a big deal because somebody could run you over. Yeah. So it's a weird thing. And I say this as this, like, I'm just not that type of guy to go like, I'm going to go fucking win this. Now, if somebody's threatening your children, you go handle it. If somebody's, you're doing it, but that's not what's happening here. Yeah. So it's just, we're just seeing these, like, some people like to say, they're like, oh, it's paid protester, like Soros. I'm like, I think it's a lot more organic than that, sadly, which makes it worse.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Could be. Yeah,
I think somebody, I know people who are that mad,
and it's kind of this. And I know people people accuse this of, like, a bootlicker take, and I already went over that. And I'm not into that.
I don't give a shit. Well,
but what I'm saying is, like, my dad taught us. He's like, do not put yourselves in situations where shit like that can happen. Just don't do it. Your life will be so much easier. And he was, like, an insane kid. He was, like, really rebellious and, like, was, like, a problem child, and, like, gotten a lot of trouble. So it's obviously like he once woke up on the opposite side of the Golden Gate Bridge after a night of binge drinking and in his car and had no idea how
Who
he got
was
there.
this? Who was
My
it?
dad. My dad.
Oh, beast.
And a cop was like knocking on his window with a flashlight in the
Damn.
morning. And I think he just let him. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Old
and
school
like,
love
I
the
think
boomer
that's
life. Love
yeah.
the boomer life.
I
dude.
think that's why
Yeah.
he quit drinking. Actually, was that moment was like he had
Yeah,
no
that'll
idea.
do it. That'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But he just taught it. He's like, do not put yourself in a situation where you will just this shit can even ever happen. And it's like, and I'm not, and then people will say like, oh, you're saying people shouldn't be allowed to protest? I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying weigh the cost benefit analysis of all this shit. You know what I mean? Just weigh it.
And what you're protesting, what are you actually
or
protesting?
accept that you could die for doing this shit, and
that's what I'm saying. You give people want this label as a revolutionary, but let's say we're even in the most positive view of people of revolutionaries of the past. I'm saying that in quotes because who is actually a revolutionary? That's to be decided by by your political ideology. But like almost all of the people that are celebrated were people that could have died doing what they did. And I know people who can't even handle like a bad day at work or who can't even handle like somebody, being mean to them in a group chat or something like that. Like I know people who can't handle that. And I'm like, I'm supposed to believe that you went out there fully knowing the consequences. Like it's bullshit. And regardless of what happens after this, a mom of 3 kids died. And I'm not even using that to throw at law enforcement. That's not supposed to enter their mind when these things happen. It's a mom who could have been alive.
Yeah.
I guarantee you she'd be alive today.
Yeah.
Like if she didn't go do that. And her kids, who I believe the dad's dead too.
I think he committed suicide, which is bro, what the fuck? What is going on, dude? It's like,
so there's probably a lot happening there. And that doesn't really influence my take either way. But like, I'm just thinking like these kids go to like a foster system now. I don't know what happens, but it's, I don't know the laws. I don't pretend to. You're going to have 3 kids. And like, it just sucks, man. And like, when I see these things happen over just watching too much MSNBC, watching too much, listening to too much Pod Save America, listening like, just or whatever media it is like. And I'm not blaming those sets of media because I believe in free will. I mean, 800 miles is a long time. No, at mile 392, you got to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
You pull over at the Maverick.
You got a lot of time to think on an 800-mile drive, even if you're doing normal shit.
Yeah, and the Honda Pilot gets great mileage, by the way, so maybe you don't stop that much.
Yeah,
but
it's comforting, right?
Yeah, exactly. You put on the heated seat warmers. Ask your local Honda dealer about that. We're sponsored by Honda now, guys. Yeah. But you pull over to the Maverick station. You get yourself some stuff. You use their wonderful bathrooms that they clean hourly. And you just realize you go, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's so long. Like, I get it if it's happening outside your house and you just black out.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to go do some shit. Like, you fucked up, you drink a little or something like that. You're like, I'm tearing this up. You drove that long to go do this. It pisses me off, dude. Like, it makes me sick to think about, like, just that element of it. And it's like I don't know. I kind of, it's one of those things where I'm like, are we ever going to have just a chill time ever again?
I know that's exactly what I'm thinking.
I don't think so. I don't think that's anybody's plan is for us to have a chill.
Yeah, it sucks,
time.
Dude. It sucks. It's annoying for sure. It's good to like shout out Cody LeDuc. You're taking a Twitter break. I kind of mess around on a burner on there. I'm just saying where he's like feels good to be off Twitter. I totally get that. And it's like it is, again, I don't think you and I fall, and obviously we have a podcast and we talk about this stuff. I don't think you and I fall too deeply into culture war stuff, thank God. And we try and avoid that. I think it just behooves anyone to just have normal shit in your life. Get off the phone a little bit, get off social media. Right. Not saying you can't fucking fart around. Like, I watch guitar videos on YouTube and stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, just please be whatever normal is to you. Please be normal. Like, and I know, especially being in Portland, I know liberals and leftists who are like, no, I would say at the core, not good. They're good people,
right?
And their life just gets consumed by this shit. And it's like, I'm like, dude, you're like a talented person. You could be doing so much. And we could say that about anyone. You could say that about me. Like, I could be expressing my talents more. But I'm like, dude, it's like life is not about like fucking universal healthcare and shit. You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's like, I'm sorry. I know people would hate on me for that take, and it's like, well, actually, it is, and people die every day. I'm like, I get it.
It's correct.
It's not the fucking point. It's like, I'm sorry, like, dude, it's like, just have family shit. Have to treat people. And that's the thing is they don't. If anyone has the wrong politics, they want to, so they supplant. They deny any kind of faith, any kind of belief in God, whatever that means to you. You don't have to be a Christian or whatever, Jewish or whatever, But they replace it with just all this political stuff, and maybe protesting is their prayer, and all that stuff. And it's like, God damn, dude, like what a waste, man. I'm so like, and I'm a big advocate. If there's something in reality that you want to see changed, and you're like, hey, like I'm gonna take a stand for that, I would never be decry or anyone for trying to make a change in real life. I feel that way about like pesticides and like RFK shit and vaccine. We all have our pet projects and our beliefs and stuff. That being said, usually as you get older, you realize it's a waste of time, and it's like, you know what I mean, and like don't lose your fucking life over this shit, literally or figuratively.
And your pastime, whatever pastime, if your pastime is constantly raising your blood pressure and like making you mad, like, and not in the stimulated,
your hobby should relax you.
Relax you, or like even if like I like sports, but I get fired up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you're like, fuck bullshit, like you get that, but like it's done. The fucking clock's done. It's done, and it doesn't matter. It's not. Your enemies are like wearing a different uniform the next year. It's like whatever. It's like it's just like this thing, and it's like you'll see that, but then like you'll see people every single day. Their pastime, big problem with the boomers and the iPads. Big problem. They'll just be on their iPad and they'll just be mad. They'll be stewing over this. This is how you're gonna spend the last 20 years. You're gonna spend the last 20 years. It's because their eyesight, they know their phones are on like fucking huge mode. So they found the iPad is perfect because they don't have to like make the font that big. They probably still do. But
dude,
like,
the font, dude, I know it is like a giant phone. It's like a fucking and the
it's a giant phone, and it turns them.
What is it?
Like, you know the thing about boomer. You know what they say about like like it's like an old stand-up bit where it's like first year of your life, you're at your birthday party. You're like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Who are they? Well, there's candy. I'm crying. I shit my pants. Yeah. Your 80th birthday. Who are these people? I'm crying and I shit my pants. Like, and it's like basically like babies and like old.
No, I'm saying like why do iPads one shot like boomers and retards? Yeah. It's like literally. It's like
I don't even like iPads. Dude. Like I haven't. I used to work on my job. My old job. It was the iPad. We got rid of paper receipts and everything. Yeah. And like we had the iPad, and I was like, I feel like this thing sucks, dude. Like it's like huge. I can't like it does everything with a phone, but I can't put it in a pocket. Like it's just so dumb.
iPad is I know it's I'll use it occasionally. We have one that we share, and I have one. Yeah, I use it occasionally for some stuff. First of all, the most basic iPad is all you ever need. Like people, they have like the crazy ass like $12,000 one. I'm like, nah, like literally, it's like there's nothing that an iPad
like a tough shed auto box around it.
Exactly. No, and also it's like iPads are
do you throw your iPad at the fucking wall every day? Dude, I hit my Kenmore fridge with it because I saw a Charlie Kirk video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It kind of one-shotted my mom, dude.
I died.
My mom, and it's and also the tips, dude. Coffee shop tips. We're just gonna flip this around. Let me just flip this iPad around real quick, and then it's gonna ask you a couple questions. The question is, do you want to tip 30 or 50%? It's gonna ask you a couple quick questions. Just hit yes or no, and turn it back around. Right? Do you ever get that spiel?
Literally everything. No, and then they look away in shame. They look at like the wall when they do it. But also,
which can you blame? I would look away too.
I know. I hate it.
The house. Yeah.
Dude, I'm a cash tipper. I don't know what to tell you.
Cash pateller, dude.
I'm a cash patel tipper. Like I out here cash is
because cash you could do like $1.02, and you're like, here you go.
I love but like because we have like out here, like I will say in Nevada, the service is great. Like out here, like it's just California. You just don't have like California nonsense happening. It's out there.
Normal. It's normal.
Yeah, it's just normal, like just throwback service, which is like great. So like if I'm just I like tipping well too, especially if I know I'm gonna go back to that place. I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna get taken care of. This is great. Yeah. I tip in cash. I went to one of those epic haircut places. Like It's called Hammer and Nails. And dude, well, no, because I went to Supercuts, dude. I went to Supercuts, and fucking I used to go to Supercuts all the time. I had this lady that my dad knew, and like she's for sure like 80 years old. So it's like my dad is like, don't die. My dad's like giving her like smoothies at this point, probably like, don't die. like you're
Brian
just
Johnson.
like, don't die. And so he's Brian Johnson for his haircut lady, because she does a great job, and it's like fucking $25. I move out here. Supercuts, dude. I get this fucking guy, man, and it's $30. It's $30 for my haircut here. No wash. Somebody washing your hair is one of the greatest feelings in the history of the world. It's like Minority Report and shit. You're like in the fucking like the precog in there. You're just like thoughts into your mind and stuff. And then like all of a sudden, like this guy goes, right here, pal. Right here. He comes in like a fucking Succession guy. Like he just came in from meetings or something. Like he comes in, he's on the phone. He goes, yeah, hold on, gotta go. Taps his AirPods twice. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
AirPods?
Puts his dumbass backpack down. Why do you have a huge backpack? You're going to Supercuts. And just like one of those like second grade nerd backpacks that like break their back. And he puts it down on the ground. His hair, now I don't have long hair anymore, but I did. My hair was luscious when I had it. I washed it regularly. It's treated the scalp. This dude's hair was like a fucking labradoodle, like horrible stringy hair. He goes, sit down here. I'm like, your hair sucks. Like, and so like, I'm like, dude, your hair is fucking terrible. But he's gonna, so he gives me a cut, right? And he tells me, he goes, you have complicated hair. I go, no, I don't. No, I don't. No one's ever said that. And you're not the fucking, you're not like the almighty powerful guy that just knows how my hair is and has been, I'm going to tell you like it is, man. No, you suck at cutting hair. And then, so he then tells me about 5 jobs that he got fired from. 5 jobs. And one of them was Circuit City. I was like, dude, how'd you get fired from Circuit City? He's like, yeah, man, what they did with your commission there was crazy, man. And he just starts like cutting like I was like, this better not look bad. This was the holiday cut too, by the way. And so very, very pressure felt. So all that happens, and it ends up to like $32 with tip. And I'm just thinking like, this sucks. I go to this place that charges $50. They fucking straight blade razor on the hairline. They use this wonderful aftershave, probably full of non-Bobby approved chemicals, whatever. And
RFK like peering into the glass.
Whatever.
He's like,
whatever.
hey,
I'm kind of I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of like, that's kind of my, when it's like nice grooming products, I'm like, I don't care if it's fucking Roundups in this fucking thing. I'm putting it on me. And but regardless, does it perfectly, is nice. I will tell you, the story she told me though was hilarious. This lady, she was like probably like a 30-year-old Mexican woman, very nice. And then she she was talking about dogs, the way dogs are treated here versus Mexico, which everyone knows that. It's like they sleep on like cardboard fucking like Safeway Select soda flats, in Mexico, and like they're just like old people that just like live in the corner of the house that nobody cares about, like, and stuff. But she said, oh yeah, and then when I went back home, guess what I saw? And I was, I'm just pausing because this is how long the pause was. And then I said, what? She goes, dog rape.
Whoa, what?
Well, can you imagine if I got it right?
Yeah.
Because guess what I saw? Dog rape? Like if I said that, and she's like, whoa, yeah, I did. And she's like, yeah, I saw 2 dogs. They were like both raping another dog. And I was like, story went nowhere after that, by the way. I was like, oh. Anyways, fucking lined me up perfectly. Yeah. I mean, I'm down. I want to hear more actually. And but I was just, guess what I saw? Killed me. I was just like, like you guys, can I get multiple choice? None of the above, all the above. Yeah,
exactly. A, B, C, D, E.
So but anyways, that was just the haircut experience. Was just I will say it was epic. It was epic because it was epic, like fat guys guys that only care about their hair and beard. Like it was one of that's like their top thing. And I just want the regular cut. Regular. I don't want, they have 24 karat gold nail treatments. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah. But they have that. I'm like,
do you ever see We're the Millers, that movie?
No, you've seen some interesting movies. I've seen the thumbnail. I've seen the thumbnail.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Not really.
You know the basic premise of that movie?
No, I don't. That they're the Millers.
Well, this guy creates this fake family to pretend to be on a Mexican vacation, but really he's running drugs to get out of debt.
Oh,
and it's it's the one with. So anyway, he gets one of the early. I think it's this movie, early scene where he's changing from his like stoner haircut to like I am a dad polo wearing guy, like just grilling kind of thing. So he goes into like the supercuts and he's like, give me something that says I'm a sad, sorry husband, hasn't gotten laid in 2 years, and I hate my life and I kids.
Classic,
and and then there's like a guy waiting behind him, like this fat guy, and he just points. He's like, "Right here, just do it. Just copy me." And it was a perfect. It was a good
dude. Yeah, because I like obese people love spending money on their hair. Like it just is what it is. Like men and women. Like because like I used to know like in construction, like you would see like a big guy in a suit, and the suit's just not hitting. You're like, dude, that's whatever that is. Like it's making you. Whatever you're trying to hide is coming out tenfold, but the hair will be perfect and the beard lined up to like Dominican baseball player specifications. And it's just like they love that. So I went in there and I get in there and they're like, "Is this your first time?" It was like a weed club. I was like, "Is this your first time?" And I was like, "Yeah, do I get a pre-roll or something?" Like what? And she's like, "Do you want a cocktail?" I was like, 11:30 a.m. dude. I'm just like, and the answer is no. I know half the people in our Discord would be like, yeah, obviously you did. But like, I was just kind of like, no, I prefer. They're like, okay, like you missed out, dude. It's like I thought it was like a fucking can cocktail or something. No, they had like a full bar.
Yeah,
and it was like, I was like, dude, do people? And there's bros that were like hanging out there. Like they were like playing pool. They were like playing pool.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
This is crazy. It's just a different era that we're living in now.
It is. It is. Yeah.
So yeah, guys. Coming up, we'll do a solo horse on the horse feed coming up. We'll talk a little Venezuela, a little something like that. You're gonna talk about Verizon.
Yes. I can't fucking wait. I got big updates on the Verizon. Dude,
they need to put you in the fucking Luke Wilson / Billy Bob Thornton commercial, like in a field going. Dude, every cell phone has a commercial now.
They do.
Of like a guy walking around in like a substation power field where he's like, yeah, well, for years they said you couldn't talk on the phone out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe then Luke Wilson's like denim jacket. He goes, they said you couldn't walk out here with a denim jacket. And that's like
prove them wrong.
Prove them wrong.
This Verizon thing is interesting because I have like
don't give it away too much.
No, I won't. But I have like an Indian caste system take.
Okay.
I have like there's definitely that at play here. I think you guys know where I'm going. I'm not doing a bit or like a race thing here. It's just is what it is. It is
what it is.
Yeah, it's dude. I'm telling you, I'll subscribe to the paid feed. I'm basically getting free Verizon. I have no idea how this happened, but it's like I swear they're gonna like buy me a house next and like pay my mortgage next. This is like what's gonna happen. And
nice.
Yeah.
But maybe it's
Verizon, dude.
H1 Verizon.
Yeah.
But so yeah, guys, rest in peace, Scott Adams. By the way, that is sad. It was sad seeing him towards the end. Very, 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 very sad. Rest in peace, Scott Adams. RC now at checkout. Super Feast. Camp of the Saints, Game of Fiction next week. That book is crazy. On that note, catch you guys next time. Have a safe week.
Right on.